Okay, so now I'm ready to start going configuring this website now that my template is now installed. And typically the first place I go, which I normally would start at the top or often start at the top, the first thing I typically do when I use a template is I go to Tools and Search and Replace. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in here, I select Field, um, and I would start to search for, what I actually have on here is I had actually already set up my template with the word keywords in it. So I can change it to whatever I want. So in this case here, I would call it Word, press way too many S's, and then I would go ahead and hit go. And now what this is going to do is this is going to go through my entire installation here, and anywhere it finds the word keywords, which I already set up in my template, it's going to replace those keywords with the word WordPress. Okay, so I would also do that. Um, this is like I said. I just built this template. I have other templates, but I just built this one here. So I'm not going to go through any more of them. I showed you how that works there. But basically, that's what I would do. And then if I missed any of them, like maybe there's some that were in lowercase letters or something like that, I would just go ahead and change them as I go. So but I think when I did it a website yesterday, I think this was all I had was capitals here. I could be wrong on that, but you guys get the idea. All right. So what I would do here is now I would go back up and start going down and just double checking everything to make sure it's right. So now you see I have WordPress in here, and this is this is one where I guess I should have done it with. Actually, let me go back and see if that actually changes that. I'm learning as I go here. Okay, so I would go to Field here, and let me try doing keywords in lowercase, and then I will change WordPress. And actually, I'll tell you what I did. I've just built a new template and we got a couple here, so we'll see if that takes care of that. But I just built a new template because somewhere along the line I messed something up or something got screwed up somewhere where I started, once I would search for certain keywords that I had, or I would normally search for a keyword, and it worked for a long time. I was using that, but just a couple days ago, it started. Once I would do one of the searches, it would disable all my plugins, and I would have to start all over again with all my plugins again, and basically just reactivating them, which was really easy. It's not a big deal, but it wasn't right. so I went and made another one. Plus, I deleted a ton of plugins that I really don't use. It was getting kind of bulky. So anyhow, so I'm back into WordPress, and it doesn't always get them, so that's why I go and verify myself, just to make sure, and then update. So now I know that I have my category correct, and I would keep going down. Links I don't have to worry about. Pages I'll come back later. Go Pages is another great plugin that I use every day. I'll talk more about that later. Socrates I already spoke of a little bit. This is my theme, and I'll come back and do some settings on this, and I'll probably do a video on this one also. I'll do a video on probably all of these at some point. But I would just keep going down, and usually the first place that I would go would be settings. Now I've already done these in a video or two ago, because these are typically just WordPress ones. These ones at the top here all the way down to permalinks. Backup Creator is the one that did my template, so I can actually delete that. I won't, because I can make backups of it, but I don't have to have that running, and I can just run that when I need it. General header, if I click on that, what that does is this gives me the ability to put a header or a footer on every single page. Now let me see here. If I go here to WordPress, you see now, since I've done my installation, my template, and I refresh that, you see how it shows up here. I still have, you can see why I still have some things to tweak on this, obviously, but most of the stuff is just about here, and I can tweak it and make this, I'd say maybe about like 20 minutes or something like that. I could probably, if not easier, I can have if not shorter, I can have everything all set up. Um, but anyhow, this is the footer. So I have a footer that I already have all set up. So I can basically just copy it and tweak it on, you know, right here, with this HTML, and I'm all set to go. I think everything is already set up here, so I don't even think there's anything I have to do here anymore. I believe everything was. Oh, you know what? I had a couple silly little things. Like I really need to fix this. Because I want that to be a capital. I mean, no, hold it. No, I didn't. No, there is one where it is a capital here somewhere. No, I fixed that, I guess. No, I already fixed that. Okay, so that's all done already, so I don't have to do anything more to that. Um, so so I would just continue down my list here just to make sure that I have everything right, that nothing got messed up along the way. Now I know I can skip over a lot of these because after a while you kind of know which ones work and which ones don't. PC robots, I don't have anything to change in this one here. Sitemap generator, I don't. Search terms, 2, I don't. All these settings basically stick from my previous one. Spam-free WordPress. What this does is this allows you to. Replaces the Akismet. And I actually think that this is easier to set up. I don't really have anything to do with it. And it seems to be working fine. So I like this one. There was a WP spam free or something. It was another one I used, but I find this one to be the best one that I like. And I'll also give you a word of warning that depending on what plugins you use, you may have specialty ones that you need for your situation, and they may not work. And I'll give you an example here. This generation one creates these. Opt-in forms here, and they're really nice. There's actually a few things that they do. I could actually put them in here, underneath of here, a nice opt-in box. It allows me to place a little, it has like a little fly out over here that I can put a video or an opt-in box in. I can do a bar, I think it's called a hey bar, that goes across the top, and you can, put links to affiliate products or whatever, or get people to sign up to your list. And there's also one that goes across the bottom too. I don't know if I got everything. Again, I'll do that in another video. But oddly enough, I have a plugin that helps me with reviews, makes nice little review boxes, and I'll show you that again later too. And they don't work together. I can't change the colors or anything, and I don't know why. They seem to be somewhat unrelated, but I have to actually turn off the generation program to use the easy review. So I don't know. Your own situation, you may run into problems, so you just have to keep that in mind. But the idea is to keep this as streamlined as possible, because the more you have, the more work you're going to have, the more problems you're going to have. So if you don't really need it, don't use it, and just the basic ones are the best. And like I said, this one here is for Google, for the robots, for crawling your site. So this is one I always use. I don't really need to have this general header. I use that because I like it, and it gets the bottom done for me. But my theme actually will put them in across the bottom anyhow. I can put them. I just find this quicker, so that's why I use it. You need a sitemap so that the search engines can find all your pages. So that's one you don't want to skip. Now I use this auto tags. Like depends on what website I'm doing. I actually probably could not have the auto tags on here. I use the auto tags often for if I'm doing any type of auto blogging or auto posting, and I want that to tag. I have it tag for me, and then from there it'll fill out metadata and other whatever. So and without that I wouldn't be able to do that. So on auto blogs, this is something that's useful. On this blog here, where I'm actually creating all the content, I know everything that's up there. I tag everything myself. I don't really need that. Now TinyMCE here is another one that I love, and I use this. I've been using this forever also. And this is already set up for me. And the great thing is when you get WordPress and you're going to make a post, you get in your editor, you have two bars on there, and they have basic functionality. So the Tiny MCE editor gives you a bunch of other options. So say like this citation one here. If I want to bring this citation up here, I can just drag it and drop it in here, and now I can make citations on the website. Obviously, I'd have to come down here and save it, but probably about half of these things on here are from, but certainly a portion of them are from down here and added functionality. I actually, with my Socrates theme, I actually get some other functionality also, and I'll show you that in future videos. And then what I like to do is I like to put them where I want everything, the undo and redo, the fonts and stuff, very easy for me. And then this one here allows you to hide the bar below it, which is this. So I put all the ones that I don't really use that often there, and then it takes up less space because I only have 3 bars. And if I need to get to something, I just click it again and it'll show up. Links are important, so that's why that's here. And then this is search and replace, so you can search inside of a post for something and replace it, which is also kind of useful. So with having the template, I have this already set up, so I don't have to touch it. And this is one of those things: drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. It's a real pain in the butt. So I'm glad. That's why I love that backup creator so much. Epic Squeeze, this would be a premium plugin that allows me to make squeeze pages, and they're really nice squeeze pages. This is another thing that I would highly recommend. And there's I'll show you more of that. That's basically, this is where I just type in my name and license, and it activates it for me so I can use it, and that's already done. Like I said, generation, I have to go in here, and you actually have to go out and get a license for this, so that would be one thing I have to do. I'm not going to bore you with that. SEALRP is this, and I can't even show you this now, but this will allow you to add after you do a post, it'll allow you to do like posts, and there's a really neat feature for this. This is another one I love, and I'll show you more about this later. Seopressor is for doing SEO. Another premium presser. This is from Dan Liu. I've had this one for years. Another one that I use. He's updated this over and over again and modernized it. Another one of my favorites, and you see them here. These are the ones I use all the time. Shareaholic. I'm just trying this one out. I used another one, but this allows you to put share buttons after posts, and I seem to like this one so far. It's been pretty nice, and the reason why I had another one, but it didn't allow you to put Google Plus on there, and I think it's absolutely critical that you have Google Plus button on your website, and you certainly want to have it if you have AdSense on there. So, and then here's another premium plugin called What's My Rank, and this allows me to go ahead and fill in a bunch of keywords, and then I set up a cron job, and this is the command for that. You would go back into your C panel and do that, and I will go through this one also, and then basically what happens is it'll go out every single day or whatever you set it up to, and do a Google search, and it'll actually bring back your ranking, so for the keywords that you added in there. So in this one here, I might add I probably will add the keyword WordPress theme, WordPress plugins, and although it may be a long time and I may never rank for those specific keywords, there's probably other long tail keywords that I will rank for, and I will add them, and I will try to pick off the lower hanging fruit obviously first and work up over time for the bigger ones. So basically, that's an overview of how I quickly and easily set up a WordPress site, and that's what I would normally do for each one. And once I got done all these settings here, I would probably go back into plugins here, and I know I would. I would set up my theme. I would set up the theme and appearance, and I would also set up the plugins, what I would do is I would go back through these here and make sure that I have everything that I want depending on what job I'm doing. Like I said here, here's WP Google Maps. If I'm doing a local website for somebody, you know, I'd probably use this because I want people to be able to find, you know, directions to their place. So just give you an example. And so basically that's setting up a website. That's setting up the framework. The next thing would be setting up content. Like I said, disclaimer, privacy, and contact forms. So you know what? I'll do that in the next video.